Quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the Barbershop. Gbush offers a fresh cut on sports. The Barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture, it's lifestyle, it's sports. And it's now the Barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at Gbush91 on Twitter.
Yo, what's up, man? Browns versus the New England Patriots from Gillette Stadium, a.k.a. Foxborough. I always like Foxborough better. You know, it just got a little bit more of a allure, like when you say Foxborough. Gillette is cool, but I like saying Foxborough. But when you the Cleveland Browns, you can't pick nothing. Like Kanye West say on the last bonus track, you know, I wanted the more regular Jay. I didn't want the more introspective Jay, but what you gonna say? I was on the train at the time. Browns is 2-4. I can't say nothing about the New England Patriots and Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Hey, what I'm gonna say? You can call it what you ever want to call it. You can call it the dump. They got all the rings. What I'm gonna say? But let's get into this preview, and I'm gonna give you some little nuggets to tell you why I think the Cleveland Browns have no exact shot at winning this game. As always, hit the subscribe button. Hit me up. Let me know what you think about this game. And in the comment section, I'm going to ask everybody out there, let me know what is the recipe or the game plan for the Cleveland Browns coming out of this joint with a win. What is the game plan and recipe? What do you think, besides Tom Brady being hurt or Bill Belichick somehow breaking his leg and not being able to make it to the game? What do you think the regular recipe and the legit recipe is for the Cleveland Browns to win this game? Put that in the comment section below. We can have a nice little dialogue about that. But as far as the game goes, on the New England Patriots side, I got the New England Patriots defensive fantasy, and it's one of the main reasons I'm doing my thing in the fantasy league, because right now the New England Patriots defense is on a high right now. They are dominating. I mean, their corners are elite. Their defensive line is nasty. They get turnovers. And it just goes to show you, I'm going to just point out one thing. And this is just crazy how the New England Patriots do. Jamie Collins came over to Cleveland. Jamie Collins was a dude that the Cleveland Browns signed a big-time contract, gave him big-time money. I'm not going to say he's one of the worst linebackers I've ever seen, but for the money they was giving Jamie Collins could not tackle a soul. He led the league in missed tackles. He led the league in the Browns yards after contact. He couldn't get people on the ground. He wouldn't run or hustle. He was always late to the mix. He couldn't get off blocks. And he just looked like he was a guy that just wasn't worth the money. You know, they ended up cutting him this year. He came for the Patriots. They cut him after 3 years of service. They go back to the Patriots. He goes back to the Patriots. And all of a sudden, he's a Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan Level Blue. He been working with Whis.
Easy now.
I can't move.
All of a sudden, he got Ultra Instinct. This cat is now...
I can feel it. Not the chaos of consciousness, but the elegant purity of energy operating on impulse alone. Goku is focused only on Jiren now, or rather on the battle itself. He is throwing his whole body and soul into the fleeting moment of each strike, allowing the flames of his power to rage freely.
According to Pro Football Focus, I talk to John Costco every single Saturday. As a matter of fact, let me throw that plug in. If you want to know, hit me up. Hey, radio.com app. If you don't know, you know now. If you want to holler at your boy Gbush, the Barbershop is on every single Saturday from 8 to 12. Hit me up on 92.3 The Fan. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description. It's the radio.com app. Go ahead and check me out. You can listen to that. You can rewind it. If you missed the show from 8 to 12 in Cleveland, you can listen to that up to 24 hours later than the show is on. No excuses not to be hollering at your boy. Check out the radio show as well. Let's keep it moving. But I talk to John Costco every single week, and they have him rated as one of the best linebackers, the top linebacker in the league. Jamie Collins, the same guy that the Browns cut. The New England Patriots have a way of getting players to play hard every single down. The New England Patriots have a way of just untapping people's potential. Like, you just untap potential. Like, they get guys that they turn average guys into good guys into great guys into all pros into Hall of Famers. Randy Moss's career was over. He was done. He was finished. He goes to New England and he just gets 20 touchdowns in the air. It's ridiculous how they're able to do that. And Jamie Collins is just a case in point of a guy who everybody thought was done. He goes over there, he looks like $1 million. He's running around, he's getting interceptions, he's getting picks, he's in his gap, he's chasing down plays from the backside, he's getting sacks. It's what they do. And it's so annoying. It's just so annoying. Everybody who touches down over there is good. They just good. Then they bamboozle people. They trick you into thinking their players is good. They'd be like, oh my goodness, Bill Belichick cut that person? We about to snatch him up. Woo, we got us a bargain.
Two teams heading in completely opposite directions got together for a trade on Monday. According to Adam Schefter, the Patriots traded linebacker Jamie Collins to the Browns for a compensatory third-round pick. Collins has taken a step back from his Pro Bowl season in 2015, racking up 43 tackles along with 2 interceptions and a sack in the final year of his rookie contract. Collins did miss a game with a hip injury, but returned Sunday against the Bills.
We got us a bargain over here. Demaryius Thomas. Oh, we got us You get him on the squad. Garbage. You get him on the team. Terrible. It's just, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what kind of water they're drinking, but they do it. They do it. Great defense. Gilmore is out there. They got great corners. Praises to them on defense, and it's going to be uphill climbing for the Cleveland Browns, especially if Freddie Kitchens is calling the same places he's been calling. On the offensive side of the ball, to be honest, Tom Brady looks like he's slowing down just a tiny little bit. He had comments this week saying, I don't know how much longer, it's week to week. I don't know how much longer. I ain't paying attention to that. Stop trying to gas us up, Tom Brady. Paying attention to nothing you say. He liable to come out here and throw the ball and get 6 touchdowns. I don't care. Don't listen to that smoke screen. Get out of here. The offense, when you play in the New England Patriots, they have the ability to do something that I've never seen in my life. And watch closely. I just want y'all to watch closely. If you're a fan of football, just watch. And watch how the New England Patriots play. No other team that has ever been assembled, ever under a coach, has been able to do this. Shout out to McDaniels. Shout out to Josh McDaniels. They got the ability to play different every single week. They got the ability to change who they are, morph into what they want to be, shape-shifting. They out here like an X-Man or something. Listen, just shape-shifting, moving like into whatever they want to be. One week they got 2 tight ends, 21 personnel, and they running the ball every other play. You're like, but we didn't see that last week on the tape, coach. Who cares? This week, we're run heavy. Think about it. When they had Hernandez and Gronkowski, they was dominating with tight ends.
Aaron Hernandez, I believe that this guy is a guy that, if they decide to feature him, we're going to see the type of receiving tight end that he can be as well. Because not only, I mean, we've seen this guy. I've never seen a guy as versatile. You can, you play him at the H tight end, the F tight end. You can flex him out. You can put him in the backfield and hand him the ball. We've seen him play running back. There's nothing that this kid can't do. And if it wasn't for Gronk, he'd be their star tight end.
So you're saying they're interchangeable?
I believe that they are. I believe that we're going to see Bill Belichick do exactly what we see with Edelman. Like, we think the world of Wes Welker. But when he puts Edelman in Welker's position, you're like, wow, that kid looks good. And you see the same production because they're so good at spacing the field, and they make you choose who you want to cover, and then Tom is going to go to the other.
Then switched it up. They went around and had midgets at receiver. Amendola, Wes Welker.
The guns from the half-yard line. Why not? To Wes Welker. Wes Welker pulling away, and he ties an NFL record with a 99-yard touchdown.
Oh my! How many guys throw it out of there?
Running around with all these small receivers. Edelman.
Remember myself.
Running around with 5'10" cats, catching balls, and guess what? Unstoppable. Then they had Randy Moss throwing deep passes.
Leaves the Patriots with 3rd and 10. Brady with time. Going back again to Moss. Touchdown, Patriots.
Unstoppable. Then they had a committee of running backs. We just gonna have 65 backs. Hey, we gonna run around with Rex Burkhead and James White and all of these running backs. And you're like, they're running everything. They run play action. They run power run game. They run quick 3-step game. They run intermediate passing game. They run deep passing game. They got screen game covered. The Patriots run it all. There's no reason to even give yourself a scouting report. It's week to week with them. There's no identity. Every other team has to have an identity. Every other team in the league has to say, we're going to run this, and then we set up this, and then we establish this, and then we could come to something else. That's every other team, except for the Patriots. We do what we want. We can run anything we want. Except for the Patriots, different ball game. And so, including the fact that they're going to get all the calls, and the defense is crazy, and the fact that they just run whatever they want to on offense, they're damn near impossible to beat at home. They're damn near impossible to beat at home. It's just, it is what it is. Flipping it over to the Browns side, you got Jarvis Landry coming out saying that they're going to win the game. Guaranteed.
Well, we're going to win. We're going to win. I think it's just that simple. We getting guys back healthy again, and we're going to win.
Now, I'll clap it up for you, Jarvis. I like the effort, son. I like the effort. Like the effort, dog. But let me ask you something. You really believe that, cuz? You really believe that? You believe that in your heart? You believe that here? Cuz I don't think some people in your team believe that. I know the people in Cleveland don't believe that. We hope y'all get that win. But you telling us we ain't going to put no money on that. We ain't wagering nothing in Vegas on that. Because we've seen nothing this far that says we can compete with whatever that they doing. Did you watch that Jets game? We played the Jets. We ain't seen that. It's two different, it's levels to this. Word to Meek Mill, it's levels to this thing. Good gracious, they put something on these Jets, and Sam Darnold was playing. But I like the attitude. Unless y'all come out there and do something that's spectacular, we ain't gonna do it. We don't want no parts, man. We didn't guess. But all jokes aside with that, besides that, all that guarantee stuff, guarantees is fine. You want to guarantee what you're supposed to say. Y'all going to take L's? I like that. I like the fighting you. It all comes down to execution and whether y'all going to do something. And at the end of the day, one thing that I'm looking at and one thing that I don't like, and I hope they not keep railing on Freddie Kitchens, but there's two things that I don't like and are very egregious. And one thing that I loved and endorsed about Freddie Kitchens was the fact that he used every tool in his cabinet. This year, the job seems to be overwhelming for you. And the one major sign that is getting overwhelming for you is the fact that you're not using all your tools. You're not using everything at your disposal. You're forgetting to do certain things. That's because you're becoming absent-minded. Absent-mindedness comes from not knowing everything that you have because you have a lot on your plate. First thing, where's Jannard Avery? Where's Jannard Avery? You got a guy in Vernon on the other side of Myles Garrett who's not delivering. He's not giving you pressures. He's not giving you sacks. He's not really dominating against the run. Why is Jannard Avery not even dressing? First question. Not even dressing. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. This guy can rush the passer. The fact that he's not even dressing is egregious. At best, you're not putting your players in the best position to make plays. 2, you said Hollywood Higgins was ready to go Seattle. He was a scratch. We didn't see him play. Next week, you come out. We see no Hollywood Higgins again. You come out again, we see no Hollywood Higgins. What's the deal? If we don't see Hollywood Higgins this week, is he in the doghouse? What's the deal with that? Antonio Callaway is cool, but Hollywood Higgins is your third best receiver. You're not putting people in the best position to make plays. Your team's not good enough to be holding people. He said something I didn't like. You ain't good enough to be making examples out of people, Freddie. You're not good enough to be making examples. So what's the deal? You're not putting people in the best position. That's Baker Mayfield's favorite target. Why is he not playing? And 3, why are you so adversarial with the media? These one-word answers, this random, just contentious attitude with the media. I get that people ask stupid questions. That's like a pediatrician being mad because baby's crying. He telling his nurse, why don't you tell the baby to stop crying? Oh my gosh, why are these kids in the lobby crying? They're like, sir, you do realize that you're a pediatrician, right? Yeah, they gonna cry. You deal with reporters. They ask the same stupid questions. So, Freddie, what happened in the third quarter when you guys didn't get that 3rd and 2? Did you think about running a different play? They're gonna ask those questions, Freddie. Answer the questions and keep it moving. You just, come on, man. Come on. People skills. Learn to talk. That stuff buys you time. Like, you got to think about it. And that's the thing. First-year head coaches need to be studying what went wrong with other coaches. You better watch with Chazinski. You better watch Pat Shermer. You might want to watch what happened with Mike Patton. You might want to learn what happened to the last predecessor. Learn from the other stuff, man. You didn't learn from Hugh Jackson. You didn't learn from Todd Haley and them. At the end of the day, you got to start thinking about this kind of stuff. For this game, the Cleveland Browns, to me, is not going to win this game. But it's deeper than that. It comes down to whether the Cleveland Browns are competitive in this game. Because this is the type game on national TV, 4 o'clock game, that Jimmy Haslam and D. Haslam and, most importantly, Dorsey is watching. You got somebody that came out with a guaranteed win. They've already sat down 2 linemen and starting a brand new line, right? This is a national TV situation. Guess what? if you come out there and you get boat raced, they're going to say, the world just saw my team get boat raced. This is a team who has Super Bowl playoff aspirations, and you know how rich people get when you get embarrassed on national TV. They're going to have some second thoughts very quickly, especially if they think Baker Mayfield doesn't play well. If Baker Mayfield doesn't play well, the theory and the narrative is going to be Baker's regressing. Baker's regressing. We got embarrassed on national TV, and they're going to think really fast, is this the guy for the job? Is this the guy that we need leading us into next year? Because this guy is regressing, and guess what? We got a team that's too big to fail. We got too much in payroll. We got too many people at too many positions that's too talented. And they're going to think about, is this the right person? If you can keep the games close, if you can fight, if you can keep everything in front of you and you go out fighting, you give yourself a shot. They say you played the Patriots tough. It was at Gillette. You had your chances to win. Maybe a couple bounces here or there. You could have won. They'll rationalize it. But don't come out here and get embarrassed at a 425 game with Tony Romo and Nance calling the game. That's an extra insult to injury. You'll get called in that office and be like, hey, Tony Romo called the game, you got blew out of there. That's twice. They got blown out the first game of the year, and Nance and Romo was on it twice. They ain't going to take that. We ain't taking it. And the second thing I'm not going to take is all you people coming to my channel and not liking this button, not liking these videos. I need a like and a subscribe. Stop playing with me. And as always, come back here, right back here, and check out the post game. I'm going to post that right after it's over. Don't go nowhere else. Right here. As soon as the game is over, be checking the channel. I'm going to put it up. Browns, Patriots. Check for the video. The recap will be up. As always, it's the Barbershop. Peace. You've been locked in with Gbush in the Barbershop. Feel free to take a look at some of our other videos linked here, and also subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our updated content coming out regularly. Thanks again for listening.